All right. Welcome to the Hoops Rehab Show on a Tuesday night, live special NBA trade deadline special. How you doing, Eric?
Doing fantastic. How's everything with you?
Good, man. We're about to have on the Lakers reporter, Ryan Ward, is going to join the show. So excited about that. Kind of talk hoops, talk about the Lakers, talk about this NBA trade deadline, Harden getting traded, everything going on all at once. But like always, everybody, I am the Gameinjurydoc, a.k.a. Dr. Evan Jeffries. On my right is Eric B. Mack. We are the host of the Hoops Rehab Show. You can find us at our YouTube page. If you are there now streaming live, please hit that subscribe button. We also have our Instagram page, the Hoops Rehab Show. And tomorrow after the live show, we'll be putting up the pod. You can get that wherever you get your pod in the morning at the Hoops Rehab Show. All right, Eric, you ready to get this cracking?
Let's do it.
All right, so we're going to have on a reporter for the Lakers who's been around the game for 15 years covering Lakers through Sports Illustrated, Mr. Ryan Ward. We're going to have him on right now. Let's get him going here. How you doing, Ryan?
Good. Just tweeting this out.
Oh, there we go.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Appreciate that, Ryan.
Yeah, so welcome to the show. We appreciate you having it on, especially during this busy season. I know that your phone must be ringing all day now.
Yeah, there's no rest for the weary over here, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
That's to be expected with this stuff. It happens every single year. It's
Yeah.
not like last year where we all got shocked and think that Shams was hacked, right?
Dude.
That was weird. That was really weird, dude.
Still to this day, I just remember that tweet when I was at dinner. I'm like, no way this is real. My wife is staring at me. She's like, I know you're not on the phone. We're on a date. And I'm like, the biggest trade in Lakers history has just happened. I can't do anything about it. I know. Nobody did.
For like an hour. For like an hour. I was like, I think, was it Dan Weekey tweeted something, this is real or something. I was like, okay. All right, now I believe it. And now I have to like digest what just happened and absorb all the craziness that's going to ensue. God, that was a wild time. I mean, I don't think we're going to get anything like that unless Giannis goes to the Lakers somehow. I don't think that's going to happen. I literally just wrote an article before I got on here with you guys and took care of the dogs. Saying it was Mark Stein saying that there's a good chance the Lakers have a good chance to land him if he makes it to the summer. Yeah. So Lakers fans better hold their breath for the next how long we got? Like
less
day
than
and a half?
Yeah, day and a half, 36 hours or so. We'll be holding our breaths to make it to the summer.
Pretty crazy, man. Luka and Giannis would be insane.
And I think that's ultimately what the Lakers obviously would like to happen, but it's going to be crazy to see if we get there.
Yeah.
I mean, everything they've done is to clear the way for a big splash like that. They don't have anybody signed through, of course, other than Luka through after next year. So we'll see, man. It's
it's a lot of experience coming off. I think it's
Jackson
Hayes, Gabe Vincent, Kleber, Rui, there's the big one. And then they're going to sign Reaves. I mean, I think that's like a foregone conclusion, right? Thing. And good for him, dude. What a story. That guy's going to have a movie one day. Watch. He's going to have a movie, like maybe not a Rudy extent type movie, but like same kind of crazy undrafted, turns to a star. Guy's averaging 26 points a game. It's insane.
Yeah. Hands down, probably the best undrafted player out there right now. I mean, of all time, maybe.
You just gave me an article idea. Thank you.
See, there you go.
Yeah, didn't we? I was going to say, Evan, didn't we talk about that? Like,
we had a topic of who the best undrafted players are ever. And I think, he literally was likely going to be at the top of the list, especially this is before the season started. So
who's on the list?
Yeah, there's Bruce Bowen, there's Udonis Haslam. I guess John Starks, Brad Miller. So there's some guys, but I mean, especially with that contract he's in line for.
Yeah, like not guys putting up 26 a game though, right?
No. No,
but like
absolutely
memorable dudes, right? Like Bruce Bowen's probably got a few rings, right, in San Antonio.
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely does. Yeah, a guy like kind of glue guys, but Austin is kind of shown to be more than that. So it's pretty insane.
It's pretty, it's crazy. It's one of those things where like once he's done, you look back on, you're like, whoa, that's a crazy career, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's such a humble dude too.
For sure.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So let's get into the big trade of the day. James Harden kind of coming out of nowhere last night during the Clippers game. What did you hear about this trade kind of going into it, Ryan?
I just like everybody else. Like I saw Shams tweeted out the day before, right? He wants out of nowhere. And that was the whole reason for the personal reasons that he was sitting out.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I was like, what? Really, dude? Like you guys are finally trending up and that the All-Star game is in your city, in your arena, and you're going to bail.
Right.
Even though you're the LA guy. Like, I don't believe that crap at all now. Like,
crazy.
Like I was saying before we got on, I honestly think the guy is just a mercenary. He's just a merc. He's just, jumps from team to team. If he doesn't like, the vibe for a minute, he's out. It's like
just remember, guys, he is the system.
Yep.
But like, think about what Donovan Mitchell's thinking right now. Like, I don't know if I want to be in Cleveland after this season, right? Or even LeBron. I didn't even think of that.
I was about to say, what are your thoughts on that? Like, does this make it more likely or less likely LeBron would sign as a free agent?
You know what? I don't know because, as much as LeBron is, kind of a savant when it comes to basketball IQ and all that, he didn't see that Russell Westbrook was a bad fit. Like he had no idea coming, and all of us, well, not all of us, but I did. I know I did for sure. I got a lot of crap for it too, but I was like, this is not going to work, dude. How could you not see that wasn't going to work? So maybe he looks at it as like, oh, it's just more star power. You know what I mean? Just another guy that maybe he knows. I don't know if they have a friendship or relationship or anything like that, but like, I don't know. If I was, the thing is, the main thing that the Cleveland should be worried about is what is Donovan Mitchell thinking, right?
Yeah,
like
true.
Is he like, I want out, or even Mobley at this point,
Yeah.
I think with Garland and Garland out in Cleveland, and maybe it was getting a little redundant. So I think it was maybe a matter of time for him to go. Now, is James Harden the guy that is going to kind of fill that void? I don't know. I just think it was the one player that like matched the salary because Cleveland couldn't do a whole lot because they're in the second apron, so they couldn't aggregate salaries, and so I think it was that too. And just trying something different. Cleveland has kind of been a little bit of a disappointment this season, and they're probably kind of trying anything. And then I think with LeBron, what I'm curious now is from like a financial standpoint, is it even possible for Cleveland to dabble in that in the summer? And I get it. There could be a lot of things that could happen. People could be moved, but yeah, it does create another interesting thought.
Well, even though LeBron is, you could pay him whatever, and he's worth it, right? Because he puts butts in the seats, and he does improve your chances of winning. But if he was truly like, hey, look, let's win this, take the minimum, right? Because it's all in his power now. It's always been in his power, I think, like his whole career, right? He's controlled what goes on. But like,
this year,
take minimum, like put no strain on that salary cap, and see where that goes. I mean, LeBron, Harden, and Mitchell. The thing is, like, is there enough ball to go around there? Is it that not the same thing going on in LA with Luka, Reeves, and LeBron? Like, who's bringing the ball up? Is it Harden or is it LeBron? Like, it's the same thing. It's the same situation.
Yeah,
it's just
and Harden is such a ball dominant guard, like the ball dominant guard, right? So that's gonna be so
He's
difficult,
the system, right? Like Eric.
Yeah, he is the system. Yes,
he sure is.
A lot more than I would say Luka. Luka is still ball dominant, but a lot more in that aspect where he's going to hold the ball a lot longer than Luka is, because Luka is always going to make that pass. But But yeah, it's just interesting from a Clippers standpoint. Like where they stand with this, I just feel like they got younger, so that's great.
They won. I think they won this
totally.
trade. Like going away. Like this. I mean, who says no to that? Oh, Garland, right? I mean, he's got to be. How much younger is he? Like
10 years younger.
No way.
6.
Yeah,
10 years.
Yeah. So I mean, they just basically got a young point guard. That's perfect.
And they got draft picks, like second round draft picks, which I thought was crazy. Like, really? Harden's worth that much to you? But they're in win now mode, I guess, Cleveland, right? And maybe they just saw or Garland can't stay healthy. So move him
There's
now.
that too.
Right.
And they've had a disappointing year so far, right? They're supposed to be a clear number 1 seed. And so I think they just had to make that move to appease Donovan Mitchell and then also just appease their fans probably.
Well, it's like once Halliburton went down, Tatum went down. It's like, everybody's eyes in the East got big, right? Like, oh, this is our chance to do something. And I mean, talk about a swing and a miss for Cleveland, though. Like,
yeah.
So I guess that's why they're being aggressive, because they know, like, if this season ends the way it's going, they're going to be, the ones that are criticized more than anybody else. Well, look at what Boston has done without Tatum.
Yeah,
crazy. Right? Like, and the Knicks are okay. I mean, they're not. Knicks have probably underperformed a little bit, right?
Playing better as of late, but they're
true. Yeah. But I mean, seeing what Boston has done is like, that is the way you're supposed to win. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Especially what they did today too, right? They make a move to get a big guy, which is like the position that they've been lacking.
I always his last name. How do you say it?
Vujicic?
Vujicic,
right? Vujicic. I think that's how you say it.
I'm thinking of Sasha, like Sasha Vujicic.
I know. I'm like, I don't know if it's the same
so
last
similar,
name.
but
Vujicic, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't say players' names very often.
Vucevic.
There we go, Eric.
Yeah, there we go.
But that was a great move, right? I mean, Simmons has been playing well, but like just get a big guy like that was clutch for them, especially if there's a chance that they get Tatum back. I mean, that's going to be a huge difference for them.
I think
they get
he's
him
coming back.
Think so?
Coming back. Because I mean, look at their team. They're primed to at least be a contender in the East potentially, right? You add him into the mix, even if he's like 75%.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think the trade today is for this season, and so that crept in my mind a little bit. But I know the doc here would kind of err in the side of caution, right, with that type of injury. So we've talked about it. I will
say I did see him squat 400 pounds the other day on a video, and I said, you know what? Maybe he is coming back this year.
Damn. Yeah, if you could squat 400 pounds, you might be able to play.
Do you think that's just games. Like a product of him being young, just a younger guy?
Yeah, he's young, right? He's 26, turning 27, and
the newer injuries with younger guys, right? Like it's like Kobe at 35, we weren't shocked.
Like you would back in the day, you would never see Achilles tear under 30. Like that would rarely ever happen. But we've gotten into these subjects, and it has to do a lot probably with overtraining, kind of the different style of play that they have now. They're covering more ground. They're not cross training. There's so many avenues that you can kind of go with it. But I would say
after this, like, go ahead, finish your point. But I just remembered something. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, like, with the repairs now, they are doing a little bit different approach depending on they didn't give the full details on it. So it allows them to just start the rehab process earlier. And then also just like throughout the rehab, he's just like steps ahead of where a normal person would be.
So I interviewed Raiders legend Tim Brown, like, I don't know, was it 2 or 3 months ago? Wow. And I asked him, because I think it was somebody had just torn their Achilles again. I think it was a running back, Najee Harris.
Oh, yeah.
The Chargers, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, like this is like, it just happens. It's becoming as normal as tearing your ACL now, it feels like, right?
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it was not a normal thing. It was like something that happens to the older guys, like Shaq running up the court with the Celtics, right? And then Isaiah Thomas, with the Pistons, or Dominic Wilkins. Yeah, or Kobe. Like Kobe just, pushed himself way too far, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, he thinks the difference is that players only focus on one sport. So you're only
Yes.
working part of your body. Whereas back then they were doing everything, right?
Evan's
Like
a big advocate of this.
basketball, football, baseball, even track and on stuff like that. And I was like, dude, I've never heard that take before. This is the same guy who had, I think it was a hamstring tear or strain in a game. And the trainer put a bicycle tube underneath his leg so he could keep playing. And it worked.
Crazy.
He got a 60-yard bomb touchdown.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild?
It's crazy. But he's 100% right. I mean, ask Michael Thompson of the Lakers, what would he say? He'd say, when we went into the offseason, I didn't touch a basketball. I played other sports every time. Like, it wasn't until the end of it where I'm like, okay, I'll pick up a basketball and start getting back to it. And I think that's the problem, right? You're starting with the youth. The youth is playing all year round, AAU, all these circuits that they're going on, not playing any other sports. And then that continues into college and to the professional level. And I think that's probably one of the biggest factors, and probably the largest percent factor, what's going on with the league today and a lot of other sports too as well.
That's wild, man. That's wild. Because when he said it, I was like, really? But then when I thought about it, like, yeah, if you're working all these different muscles all the time and not the same thing over and over and over, right? Like, it's like, I think that's what led to Kobe's thing, is like Kobe was just destroying himself because he was working too hard, right?
Yeah, totally.
And then he had, I think he had like an ankle injury before he went down with the Achilles.
Yeah,
was and a knee thing. I can't remember. There was.
I remember him having like a bone spur too, and I think that was probably part of it. Like I remember hearing about like, oh, he has a bone spur and kind of on the heel, and that was I think part of it. But yeah, he had something going on prior.
Well, I remember when I covered him the last 6 years, right? And we used to wait. We would get everybody in the locker room, and Kobe would still not be there. And we'd be waiting and waiting. And we used to get pissed because it was like 11 midnight, right? And we're still standing
time
around.
The game ends and all that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because all we got to do is go and like write one article and we're out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we just needed Kobe's quote because Kobe always had the best quotes. And so we used to get pissed. Like, is he doing this on purpose? Because, he played mind games all the time, even with the media. And, he would come out in sweats and everything. And I'm like, most of these guys, like when they take forever, they're getting all in their gear, like,
decked out, nice suit,
look as good as possible,
Yeah,
going out afterwards.
And I'm walking. He walked past me, and I'm like, this. I mean, I can't swear on here, can I? No, I probably should.
Oh yeah, this is full. We're going on. We put this explicit label on here.
I just said, this motherfucker's just wearing sweats. What have you been doing? And I didn't even think for a second that he was getting his body worked on from head to toe.
Oh yeah,
for like 2 hours, right? Like just so he could be good for the next game.
So
Icing
crazy.
up, whatever. And, he must have been doing so many extensive things to his body to stay ready that it was just insane. Because this happened a lot. Like we'd be standing there waiting a lot. Some guys gave up. Some of the writers just like, screw it. I got a deadline or whatever, and they had to go
for sure.
Back in the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Kobe was the gold standard of taking care of his body, right? Like as far as like what he puts into it. And then LeBron, to me, was next, right? Like he's put so much into his body. Obviously, you hear about how much money he puts into his body, but you can see him with the trainers and everybody like that. He just takes such good care of it. So it's crazy.
Yeah, he didn't have really. I mean, obviously, other than the nagging injuries, he didn't really have too many injuries of note until that Achilles, right? And then just. Unfortunately, nothing major, like nicks and bruises, right?
Minor,
just like any other player. But
yeah.
Anywho, speaking of the Lakers, and so you got two real big fans here. Most likely like yourself, Ryan. But gotta ask. So, what do you think? You think any moves are on the horizon for the Lakers?
I think if they do anything, it's going to be. Yeah, around the margins. It's going to be small, right? It'd be moving off of expiring contracts like Gabe Vincent, or they're trying to move Vincent, they're trying to move Connect, but nobody's biting, like,
man,
it's one of those, shitty times where it's like nobody wants what you got, and the ones that they do want, you're not going to give up. You don't want to give up Reeves. You don't want to give up Luka, obviously, and LeBron's too expensive. What is he, $50 million? So it's like you can't absorb that unless it's like a third team and it's super complicated. And then he has a no trade clause, so he has to waive it. So that makes it that much more complicated. It's just, honestly, I think if you have a shot at Giannis and it's best in the summer, don't do anything that's going to affect that, right? Just do things like maybe that's what he's working on. Maybe Plank is just working on getting rid of these guys to get draft capital to make it more appealing for Milwaukee, right? That makes the most sense. That's the smartest move. He's still going to get crap even if he does nothing, right?
Yeah, he will.
He'll be, there'll be that famous picture of him at Disneyland, right? Like,
oh yeah, that's gonna...
yeah.
I always send it to these guys. That is hilarious. With the mask, right?
The pandemic photo.
Yeah, during COVID or right after or whatever. Yeah.
I think they even posted that before the Luka trade. I remember seeing that last year, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, here goes that picture again."
Deadline, the last 5 years.
That meme with the stick figure with the stick, like poking a thing, like do something, right? It's like don't do something just to do something. Like if you're calculated and I think it'll break their hearts if Giannis gets traded to Miami, Minnesota. Apparently is a big team now in the running.
Yeah.
Golden State. Especially Golden State, because if he goes to Golden State, they're going to put all their efforts in getting LeBron. And how shitty would that look if he goes to
it's going to be State. Steph, Giannis, and LeBron.
They'll be like the new Dwight, Steve Nash, Sports Illustrated
That's true.
cover, right?
That's true.
Yeah. It'd be that all over.
That didn't turn out so great, but
no.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does for them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. I think Lakers are kind of like a fork in the road where do they make this current team better? Or like, as you said, do they hold off and just try to save those assets? They're going to have 3 first-round picks once the summer hits. One of them is going to be this next upcoming year's draft, and then it'll be, I believe, a 2031 and a 33.
Yeah,
and so that with Austin Reaves, they're got to hope maybe, and it's also got to be Giannis saying that he wants to come here too. And so I think that is like probably a little bit of the hesitation for some the Laker faithful is like, man, like we're putting all of our eggs in a basket. But as you said, Ryan, I don't think you should do a trade just to do a trade, right? And so, it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens because we know that there's flaws. Obviously, there's some defensive. There's things. Is there any couple of things that stand out to you that if they did make a trade that they'd kind of have to go after? Not so much player, but just type of player.
Well, the guy that I always thought was perfect is Herb Jones. I thought they get Herb Jones, and it's a home run. But I don't think bringing him in is like all of a sudden they're contenders. I think they just get better, but it's more of a move for the future, right? Like it's a couple years, like next season, the season after, you got a guy who is a, kick-ass defender who can hit threes. He's basically what you would hope Vando is, right? Like he is an upgraded, much better version of Vando. And then, there's no way this is happening. But if they were able to get Herb Jones and Trey Murphy together, like, oh my God.
Yeah,
that would be amazing. There's no way that happens.
They'd probably want Austin Reaves for that or something.
Oh, or one of the picks that they don't want to give up. Yeah, it sounds like the Pelicans have been like posturing, acting like they're not going to trade anybody, which I didn't believe from the first second it came out. But things change in the wee hours of the morning when they're heading towards the trade deadline. All of a sudden, we're open to this, we're open to that. Like, it's a way to know what the market is truly for these players, right? Like just BSing in the public, but behind the scenes, you're like, yeah, we're open to it. Just tell us, what you want to give up. But
I think everybody's available at a price, right? But
yeah, to a certain extent. Luka proved that, right?
Yeah,
sure did.
Yeah, I think obviously getting that 3-and-D type of player like those two would be amazing. I know that I don't know what your thoughts on that. I think having another guard would be good, like a Kobe White. I don't know if that's a possibility, but I know his contract is, I think it's 3 years, 36 million, right? So it's not bad, and I think he's definitely for the available because of what the trade that they made today. 2 trades actually that they made today. So yeah, like I think they're not going to do anything huge, but if they can do something small in that idea where you're getting like a solid guard that they need can score off the bench, and also some 3-and-D guy, I think that puts them in contention at least this year. If they can obviously have a healthy Austin Reaves back.
You know what would be cool too is Jose Alvarado. I think is interesting.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, doesn't give you much on offense, but he's a lot like Marcus Smart, right? And if you got 2 scrappy dudes who are just going to go all out with the effort, and that kind of stuff becomes contagious, right? Like you bring in 2 guys in the backcourt like that, that can give fits to any opposing team. I think that's a win, and you get, say, like in a deal, like Herb Jones, and I'll throw Alvarado in, and I would love that. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be pretty solid right there.
But I think that's about as far as it goes, right? Like that's the sad part is like I don't think there's any deal out there unless something comes out of nowhere, which happens. I don't see any, they hit this and all of a sudden they're gonna be able to contend with OKC. I just don't see it. I don't think it's possible. But then again, I didn't think Luka coming to the Lakers was possible. So I can't really say that there is anything not possible.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, we all know Lakers they're not wanting to get players that are beyond maybe next year, right? In terms of their contracts, and so I don't know. Some may agree with that or not, because you got to have some players in mind that you're going to want to get in 2 years, and your time is now. I mean, obviously, Luka, we plan on having a long career here, but it's all. Yeah, there's a lot of just craziness, and it's a mad, science to this whole thing, because it's like, hey, do we try to get a little bit better? But we're not going to give up much, and we're probably not, because we don't want to give up much. We can't expect them to get a whole lot either, and so I think like a guy like Kobe White would be great. I did hear he wants an extension, so that's going to be
a little redundant
tough
too, though.
Yeah.
If you're keeping Reeves and you're gonna pay Reeves,
I
mean, what do you need Kobe White for, really?
Yeah, no, true.
Yeah, I just with Reeves and obviously Luka, amazing. I think it's a great duo to have, but just their defensive deficiencies, they really got to focus on obviously putting some ball hawks out there, to play with them, and some guys that can hit some threes, right? I mean, that's kind of what they're going to have to focus on.
That's the challenge they got right now, right? Like it's just they can score with the best of them, but they can't defend worth a lick in terms of the best defensive teams in the league. It's just, and that's the difference, right? That's you can't go into a 7-game series with OKC, Houston, Nuggets, or even Minnesota again, and think you're going to win without being formidable defensively. Right? They're going to expose that all day. You're just putting it on the whiteboard. Defense lacking, right? Like it's an easy game plan.
And I think you see it against good teams in those third quarters, right? I think that by half they get a little bit figured out. I know that's probably like the easy take to make to kind of to go with, but
like the Knicks the other night.
It seems like it. Yeah, exactly.
They were toe to toe, and then all of a sudden the Knicks pulled away. They should have won that game, but they didn't. They took their foot off the gas pedal, and Jalen Brunson and co. just made the best of it.
Yep. Yeah, and it's like beginning of the season, if you told us, hey, they're going to be 30-19, 5th in the West, battling for a 2 seed, we'd probably take it. But I think the eye test tells us that they need some work, and they may have enough to get it.
Yeah,
we'll see.
And speaking of Austin Reaves, obviously he's back tonight. Came off the bench, coming back from calf injury. I think he missed about 19 games around there, if I'm correct.
Yep, I think so.
Now, so some could argue that just getting Austin Reaves back is almost like making, like you're getting this trade back, you're getting this new player back that's been balling all season, right? So you're going to change your team in that way. As long as he's healthy, they're a much better team with him. Now, if Milwaukee is, getting these trade offers and the whole time they're just fixated on what player would we want in return, and that player is Austin Reaves, does that ever happen in the season? Would that happen in the season? Or like, would they get to a point where they're like, hey, we'll only take 1 first-round pick, but we want Austin Reaves, versus getting like 3 first-round picks and like a Kuminga and Draymond Green or something like that from Golden State? What do you think of those possibilities? Like, is that possible, or that's more than likely just strictly for the offseason?
Yeah, I think it's strictly for the offseason. But the thing is, with what happened with Luka, I just feel like anything's possible these days. Like, and then with 3 and 4 team trades and complicated stuff like that, and like looking at like a trade like Trey going to Washington and there's no picks involved.
That's
what I mean? Just weird stuff happens. And I don't know if it's just kind of like the GM's just being like, like Nico Harrison, right? He's already fired. Like it was a stupid move by him, or if it's calculated in some way. I don't know. I mean, it just boils down to that. You just never know. Like we could wake up tomorrow and there could be something else crazy that nobody saw coming.
True.
It would shock us, but it wouldn't shock it that it happened, right? You'd be like, okay, the NBA is just different that way. You don't see that stuff in the NFL outside of like what Micah Parsons going to Green Bay.
Totally.
Right. That's about where it
rare.
stops. Yeah.
It's rare.
Yeah.
In the NFL.
Or even baseball. That doesn't happen either.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Jaren Jackson
doesn't matter because this team right here is going to win the next
everything. Yeah.
World Series.
He got his Dodger stuff on there too.
I got Dodgers Lakers kind of got a thing going on here.
Like Kyle Tucker, I saw that. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, cool, the rich get richer. I guess we ruined baseball, but that's another story for another day.
That's how crazy that is they've gone to that extreme to justify us winning titles. It's like, oh, poor guys.
I know.
So wild.
They don't know like all the years. I mean, there's a lot of tough years in
hell yeah.
land, and there's a lot of rough years. So it's not like it was just handed to us. I say us, but
yeah, I mean the Giants had their run, right? Nobody gave them crap.
That's true.
Yankees obviously, and But,
oh yeah, the Yankees for sure. And now it looks like the Mets are like in that category now too, right? They've bought a bunch of guys.
Yeah, no, Blue Jays too are obviously all of a sudden after a World Series appearance, they're paying up now, and so baseball will be interesting to see. I think we're probably headed to some sort of lockout or strike. It seems pretty inevitable after next season. But anywho, I mean, as we've mentioned it a few times, I think like because the Luka trade happened, we're just like, hey, anything could happen. I also do think though, also because the Luka trade happened, is that we're not going to get thrown any more bones for a while.
Well, that is another thing too. Like,
the Lakers tax is back.
Is real and it's back. Yeah.
Well, it's like when Pau Gasol went to the Lakers, right? Like everybody's like, how the hell did that happen for Pau for Kwame essentially? Like
same day, February 1st.
Yeah. Two titles from it. But
we'll take 2. But no, it's for us Laker fans, and Lakers got to just hope that Giannis stays pat. Or I always thought maybe he was going to go somewhere and be a rental, right? Be somewhere for a year and a half and kind of test free agency. So there's also that possibility. But I think of a team like the Warriors or Minnesota grabbing
donkey with the team look that traded for him, and he just bails. Right? I mean, kind of like Dwight coming to LA, right?
Yeah.
How bad did that look on the Lakers when I'm going to Houston, right?
Yeah.
Toronto with
really?
Kawhi.
We couldn't retain this guy? And Dwight wasn't even that good when he was in LA.
No.
Yeah, I think his back. It was just it was one of those things that we were all happy about it, right? And we were all thrilled when it happened. And just obviously with hindsight in our favor now, it was kind of a tough one.
That collision with Lillard, and it was like that was it.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah,
we
of
didn't
course.
realize he was done. We did not realize he was done. We kept
No.
waiting and waiting, and it just never happened.
Yeah, it
was never the same.
rough time. Kind
So
of rough,
there's a couple names out there that haven't, like, we heard about him earlier, John Morant, Anthony Davis, right? You hear that they're possibly going to be traded. Have you heard anything lately on that? I mean, I know that Jaren Jackson Jr. got traded, but I mean, we haven't heard anything about Ja.
I think it's one of those things where nobody wants those guys.
Yeah.
Right? Like Ja
Fair
is
enough.
a problem in terms of staying healthy and his off-court stuff, right? And then AD is a problem just because he literally can't stay healthy. I mean, he's great when he plays, but are you going to really like leverage the future for a guy who can't make it through a season? And I love AD. I thought AD was awesome. I liked him as a person, and I thought he was a great basketball player. It's just, his body can't hold up, and that's not going to get better all of a sudden.
Yeah,
it's like
totally.
He's not going to be like Steph, like where he's spraining his ankles every couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden he's healed, right? And he's good. I mean, you should know, Evan. Like, I mean, do you think his condition is kind of like degenerative, or if it's just going to keep happening because
big
of the
and
same
lanky
movements, or
like AD has always struck me as this guy that's extremely hypermobile. Like, I'm sure his joints move to a total degree, or like more than extreme motion. Like when you've seen him hyperextend his knee a couple times, like things just look weird out there. And so he's always got a bunch of like knick-knack injuries that have always happened to him, where he's out for 3 weeks or he's out for 4 weeks, but he's never torn his ACL, never torn and like had anything major. So I think this is just going to be him, especially as he gets older. I mean, look, he ran into the guy and all of a sudden he has a torn ligament, right? And it's like, didn't even look that bad. But when, in hindsight, that's what happened to him. So I think it's going to be trouble moving forward. You're going to get 50 to 60 games out of him if you can. I just don't think you can get any really full seasons anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, it sucks because he's. I mean, when he is held like 100% percent healthy and like locked in, I don't think there's a better big man in the game. I mean, probably him and Giannis, right? I don't know if they're neck and neck or like, Davis is a little bit below him, but I saw some incredible games from that guy. Like he was a monster, It's a shame. It sucks when that kind of stuff happens, It's like DeMarcus Cousins when he just fell apart. Before that, he was amazing.
Beast.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, he tore his ACL, right? And he just
and then Achilles.
The same. And then Achilles,
yeah.
I think with AD, it's Dallas is going to want to get obviously get out of that deal there, and they may. I think I'm hearing like Toronto or maybe Chicago. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. I don't think they're going to have to give up much for him. Yeah. Obviously, we know he's from Chicago, so maybe there's something
Toronto
there.
would be interesting, actually.
Yeah,
you throw him in the mix there, and he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a scary team,
and you probably don't have to
get lightning in a bottle,
much,
right? For 1 year.
And I bet you AD
would
have embraced it, I mean, I'm sure AD's always wanted to play for the Bulls, right? You grew up in Chicago during the Jordan era. Like, of course, you're going to want to play for the Bulls, but
they're just not good, though.
No.
The Bulls,
exactly.
Eric, what do you call the Bulls and then Miami Heat? What, the play-in special that we're going to get every year?
Like
them, Atlanta,
merchants,
Miami.
Play-in merchants.
Yeah.
They're always... Like Miami, Chicago, they're always in the play-in. I guess the Lakers until last year, but I digress. So we'll see with AD. But it is interesting how a guy like John Morant and even the Memphis Grizzlies, they were just the next up-and-coming team.
Right.
He was the next up-and-coming star. Man,
Zion,
obviously
too.
Zion. Yeah, these guys.
Same kind of category, Like nobody wants to touch him. He's incredible when he's at his best, but he's rarely at his best. And so it just sucks, because those guys made the league better. It made it more fun to watch. I mean, Zion, when he's healthy, I mean, he is. I mean, you got to see him, right? Like, and you got to see him in person. He's the type you want to go see in person. That's the best way to put it. He's like in that category, like him, Wemby, Luka, I guess you'd say, LeBron, even. You have to see it because they're just like a freak of nature. Like you can't even believe what you're watching. I remember I felt like that about Embiid for a little bit.
Yeah.
a little bit. And now it's just like, but he's playing well now, though, right? I
He
mean,
I know,
is.
yeah,
It's just
that's awesome.
It's crazy if you watch him play now. I mean, he cannot jump. It's the most. I mean, he had that one dunk,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I think he's had one dunk on the season, but it's crazy to see that he literally can't jump. But he's so damn big that he still can dominate, which is kind of crazy.
he's so fundamentally sound too, though. I mean,
Yeah,
the guy
true.
knows he knows how to play basketball. I remember
Yeah.
when I knew that guy was officially going to be a guy. I had really good press seats at crypto, right? It was Staples at the time, and he was still young, like they were still in the process era or whatever. And he did this Euro step in the paint, and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God,
Wow.
I've never seen a big man move like that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
Crazy.
particularly fast. It was just very well placed to where like there was defense couldn't do anything. I was like, oh my God. He was straight down the middle of the paint,
Wow.
straight down the middle, just boom, boom, boom. And I was like, holy shit, this guy's good. And he tore him up. I mean, I think he dropped like 40 that night or something. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Got to watch this guy.
Yeah, he's not like a super freak athletically, and sometimes that helps
No.
when you're kind of in the state that he is now. He's obviously talented and he's skilled, and when you have that, you can still make a difference out there. And so we'll see him in a couple of nights, right? I think Lakers when they come back home,
Yeah, February
Philadelphia
5th.
will be their first game, and so they've.
So when the dust
Philly's-
settles on the trade deadline,
yeah.
they'll play
I know,
better.
right? People
Yeah.
will kind of maybe like an exhale, and so
People
what
will be
about
pissed. People are always pissed. That's what happens.
yeah,
Always.
pissed. Yeah.
yeah.
That
I'm
never
sure.
fails.
No, yeah, I think there's going to be one side that's pissed and one side that's happy. Yeah, you'll never please everyone. And so
Watch if they make a move that makes sense, that makes them better. There'll be this whole crowd saying, "We should have saved our assets for the summer." Like,
100%.
yeah, it'll be that. Every
Damned if you
time.
do, damned if you don't.
Every
Yeah,
time.
it's just
Oh,
how
yeah.
it is.
That's the
Every
Lakers
time.
for you. Laker
Oh, yeah.
fandom.
I just tune that stuff out now, man. I'm just like, whatever, dude. Like,
Yeah.
just be happy, you know? Like,
No,
what,
my thing
what
is, though, if
happened
you
to
just-
that era where everybody, or most people,
Yep.
80%, are just like, all right, cool. Let's look forward to the future. This is going to be good. No, it's just like, it's like 50-50, like just totally torn every time.
Totally. Yep.
Yeah.
Same with the thoughts on LeBron, right? Everybody.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's crazy. People love.
But
as far as
you
I
love
will
or
say
hate him.
this.
fans, too.
I will say this about LeBron, though. Last like 2 years, it's just been like this. Like, in terms of turning on him.
Yeah,
I've
agree.
never seen Lakers fans turn on a superstar before. This is the first time.
First time.
I'm like, oh my God. I mean, AD got a lot of crap, but with LeBron, it's just like, just leave. Just waive your trade clause. You know, like we don't want you here anymore. And I kind of think he got that from the go, right? But like he winning the title and all that stuff and keeping the competitive.
It bought him a
changed
couple
lot
of
of
years.
people's minds, but it's just been like a steady decline. Like
Yeah.
there's so much hate for that guy. Like last year before they got Luka, it was all negative, all negative. Like I was talking to the guy when I was working with Lakers Nation, we'd have this group chat. I was like, dude, this is bad. Like this is so depressing because every fan is pissed. Every fan is negative. They don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. And I'll be honest, neither did I. Because I was like, what happens when LeBron leaves? What happens with we're gonna build around AD? Seriously?
AD, yeah.
Like that's the plan? Like I just didn't make sense, right? And I think they obviously they knew that too, and they made the move when they got the move. However, the hell, I think Palenka made a deal with the devil to get Luka.
Yeah, because it was looking bad. I mean, you know, obviously, like you said, they won the title, and that kind of turned people a bit on the positive side. But ever since then, I mean, let's be honest, like every
felt
season
like the
has been a
same
struggle.
season over.
Yes, over
and
over,
It's
playing,
like just a
maybe
carbon copy, you know, just
Yep.
carrying over. And it
And
was
then
the
the
same
whole Bronny-
excuse. Oh, I heard LeBron say this 100 times. We're not whole yet. We don't even know what we are when we're whole. It's like, dude,
every
you
year.
play 82 games. You're never going to be whole. Like that's the NBA, right? That's the NFL. Like you have to put the pieces together even when you're not whole. There's no such thing as whole, right? Why is that an excuse? I don't understand.
You are who you are.
Exactly.
Right? Yep. And then obviously the Bronny James thing too, right? That kind of turned people away a bit as well. And so
my jaw dropped when that stuff happened, man. I was like,
I just knew
it was that
happen.
and JJ. I was like,
and then JJ, of course.
What are we doing? I mean, I've turned around on the JJ thing now. I like JJ better. I
He's
think
a good coach.
Yeah. But Bronny is not a good basketball player. Not for the NBA level anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
Yeah, it remains to be seen. I mean, obviously we know there's a new sheriff in town too for the Lakers in terms of ownership. And so I'm excited to see kind of what's going to happen in the next 5 years or with that, of course. But we'll see that later on. But yeah, it's just interesting how LeBron is definitely, it's like you hate him or love him. There's nothing in the middle.
Oh yeah. That's for sure.
I would say, Ryan, what are your thoughts? LeBron retires, LeBron stays with the Lakers, or LeBron goes to another team? What are you picking?
I think he finishes it in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I think that's storybook ending.
Yeah.
He'll be, he'll get all the praise for doing it. It's the smart PR move, I guess. And I think he thinks a lot like that. Like, what's the smart move in terms of my image and all that stuff, rather than basketball sense? It's like, what's the cleanest way I can go out, right? And I mean, and they'd still be, in the hunt, right? They'd still be a contender, and who knows what else they have planned to do. Maybe this is a preparation to bring him in the summer or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just that makes the most sense. It's either going to be that or Golden State. I don't see him coming back with LA. I honestly think they've both been over it for probably like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know. They both want to be to kind of be the one that ends up on top in a weird way. Do you know what I mean? Like, we made the smart move. It's either LeBron leaving or the Lakers being like, okay, see you later. Him not signing an extension last summer told you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Right. That's what you intend to do. It's all Luka. Okay. Thanks, LeBron. See you later.
Yeah. LeBron wants to be LeBron wants to be the one that, it's my decision that I'm leaving. And then the Lakers want to be like, oh no, it's our decision.
Yeah. That's why he has no trade clause. So nobody controls his fate. You know what I mean? Yeah. If he didn't have that, I think he'd be gone already.
Oh yeah. I think so. This year, I think so. Yeah. I mean, I think they have respect for him, but I think I can see that.
Yeah. I mean, it's the smart move. Build around the young superstar. Right?
Have to.
Exactly. It's
when that article came out by Baxter Holmes, ESPN, with the Bus family, I thought that pretty much was a nail in the coffin with LeBron and the Lakers. I mean, once he kind of heard that about what Jeannie was saying, there's no way in hell he's coming back.
I thought the most interesting part about that was, outside of the obvious, when Jeannie put out a statement, right, and kind of addressed it, she said, "I'm so sorry that LeBron got wrapped up in my family drama," but there was no denial about anything that was said. Like, I didn't say this about him.
True.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm sorry that he
very
got
true.
Involved. So it's like she had no intention to try to wipe the slate clean or anything. It was like, yeah, that's probably what I said or did. I mean, honestly, that is a typical thing people would do. They would deny the hell out of it, right? No denial, nothing.
Yeah, she just asked, why did you bring him into this?
Yeah,
to my family mess. Yeah,
yeah, and then even LeBron's response to it was pretty cold too. Like, like, do you want to fish out the year? I'm good. Like, no, like going into detail, like, I love this organization or whatever.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't write this piece just on a whim, right? I know that he, did a lot of digging, and I'm sure got some great, information and reported it. And so, and it's not a terrible thing, right? I'm sure it was a good relationship at one point. It's probably been rocky. Yeah, it probably has its ups and downs. I mean, that's just how it is, especially
when you get
with
two
the Lakers.
Powerful entities like this all the time, right? Or just in cahoots. There's always going to be some kind of disconnect, or if there's even one disagreement, it could just get ego driven, and it's so easy to see that. I mean, we've seen it. It's just look at human history, man. Like when any two powerful entities go head to head, or if they try to do a union, it normally doesn't last too damn long, right? I mean, look at like how people are comparing this whole drama to Succession, right? That the HBO show. It's, I mean, spot on, right? Just totally spot on. I hope it's not as nasty as that, but like, you know what I mean? That's the way it comes off. So, and LeBron just got caught up in the mess. That's all.
Absolutely. And I think I've mentioned it on our show a few times. Like these things rarely end gracefully,
Right.
Kobe and Shaq, the Bulls, even the Warriors to a degree with Klay Thompson, right, being traded. And so I think it's just the nature of the beast. And so obviously we would have hoped that there would have been maybe at least one more championship, with eight seasons with LeBron. And obviously the season's not over yet. But I think that's what it is. I think that like he needs that like number 2 chip. But most likely not going to happen, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the way it happens, I guess.
That's crazy. But before we get out of here, if we had to ask you, will the Lakers make a trade? What's your percent meter right now before the deadline?
Like any trade?
Yeah, just like, I mean, usually Rob makes some sort of trade, but a significant, like I'd say
80%.
A good piece. 80%. Yeah.
Yeah, significant. I'd go down to like 20, right?
20,
like,
right. 20.
I think it's just a move to bring in draft assets. Just get rid of guys that are not really doing anything and they're expiring. Teams love that, right? Like Gabe Vincent is probably the perfect example of that. And Kleber.
Dalton Connect.
Package those guys and Connect, put like that's the value, right? Like here we're gonna attach these guys, but you get Connect, right?
Yeah, you got to give something.
That? Like
I don't know if they are right now.
I mean, I seen a guy like be that promising and like be a stud scorer to just like he's in garbage time and is an afterthought completely. I mean, he's sharing time on the floor with Bronny.
Yeah.
It's like they're at the same level. Like, how do you go from that to this? Like, I feel for him because I think that the rescinded trade just really messed with his head. And
for sure,
he probably would have been better off staying in Charlotte, right?
Yeah, I'm like, was it really that? Yeah.
I just see something with like JJ and him. Like he does not like him or something. There's something like he's always in his doghouse. He had those games he went off last year as a rookie, and then all of a sudden it was back to the doghouse. And it's like, I just don't understand. I mean, I know part of it is probably his defensive ability, but it just seems like there's just some friction there that just hasn't gone away.
He was probably hammering something into his head that you have to change this, and it just never happened. And it's like, okay, well, you're going to get in there when we're up 20, or 30, like tonight, you got in there garbage time.
Yeah. I mean, we were all pleased, or I should say all, but a lot of fans were pleased when they drafted him, and they thought maybe they got a steal in the draft.
I did,
but
I did for sure. Yeah,
I gotta admit, and so, but obviously maybe there was a reason he slipped. Now that we see it,
I mean, there's athletes that can just do anything on a basketball floor or a football field or a baseball diamond, but once your head gets out of it, it's like. It doesn't matter what you can do physically, right? You have to be strong up here. And I'm not saying he's a young kid too, though. That's something I think a lot of us forget. Like, what were you doing at 24? You know what I mean? Like, did you seriously? Right? Were you not doing stupid shit every once in a while, or not learning the way you should have been learning? Like and the pressure of LA, and you're playing with 2 superstars, right? God, that's got to take a toll. I mean, you got to be mentally strong to another level. It's like when Dwight came that first time, he was not mentally strong.
No, Kobe. Kobe was on him every time, and he wasn't mentally strong there.
Couldn't handle it. No. And I think that's why he left, because he just couldn't. He's like, well, Houston, that's way easier than LA, right?
Oh yeah.
I guarantee that's what happened. I guarantee it. He just couldn't take it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we, in a year or two, Dalton Connect is playing for some random team, right? the whatever Pelicans, Hornets, or whoever,
Yeah.
and like he's putting up some some
Monster
decent numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I wouldn't be
drop
shocked.
40 one night, or it'll be these huge scoring, spurts or whatever.
Yeah.
And then people be like, "Oh, Lakers couldn't get this out." I was like, "No, because he's not playing. There's no pressure in the New Orleans.
No pressure out there.
Exactly, the bright
There's no
lights.
butts in the seats anyway. You
Yep,
got
yep.
the ugliest, scariest mascot known to man. Like,
Oh, yeah.
That's so true.
yeah.
But,
So it's just different, man. LA's different.
All right. Well, we got a trade deadline coming up. The Lakers at least won tonight, blew out the terrible Brooklyn Nets. Right?
They're worse than I thought.
Oh,
Jeez.
they are gosh awful. I mean, their coach is going to be fired so fast. It's not even funny at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But in general, Ryan, thank you for coming on. Appreciate your knowledge and everything that you brought to this podcast today. Yeah, loved having you on, man.
No, you're welcome. Anytime, guys. Anytime.
Yeah,
Awesome.
appreciate you, especially during this crazy busy time. And I know the trade deadline, as you said, every year it's the same. And so we'll see. We'll see if we wake up to any news, which I expect we will.
Tomorrow should be interesting. It'll be one of those things where you can hear a pin drop or it's just nonstop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Well, I got a Drew Time interview that I'm dropping tomorrow, most likely. So that guy's hilarious.
Awesome.
That guy. He was a fun interview. Yeah. So
awesome.
I'm gonna get that up on Sports Illustrated tomorrow.
Cool. Well,
awesome.
I'll be reposting that, so you'll see. Watch out for that article tomorrow, and make sure you guys read it. But until then, hopefully we hear something in the next couple of days. All right, everybody. The Hoops Rehab team is out. Thanks, Ryan.
See you later.